Here's what's happening now. The heat and the humidity are on, so our strong storms just around the corner. We'll check it out coming up. Karen?
Good afternoon. I'm Defender Karen Drew reporting live at this hour from Flint. We have been here all day gathering new information, talking to our sources on the very latest on the attack at Flint's airport. Now, we did just get some new information from the FBI. We are learning more about the suspect, where he is exactly being held, and also we've been talking with some inside sources telling us about the special precautions the jail is taking because of threats he's made. It's all new. It's next. It's First at 4.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew reporting live here from Flint from Bishop's International Airport. It has been an astonishing 24 hours. As it really sinks in, the FBI is investigating a terror attack right here in Michigan, in our backyard. One man with a knife stabbing an airport police officer, and we have just learned the suspect actually tried to buy a gun in Mount Clemens days before the attack. The FBI just confirmed it still believes that he did act alone. New information is coming in minute by minute. Now, this is what we can tell you right now. The suspect's name is Amor Fatoui. He's a Canadian from Tunisia. He is being held right now at the Midland County Jail, and that's until a full detention hearing next week, which takes place on June 28th. The injured officer, Lieutenant Jeff Neville, remains hospitalized in stable condition. He's improving. I talked to the airport director just a little bit ago. They said they were visiting him and his spirits are good. The FBI says they believe Fatoui was in Michigan as early as June 18th, so he has been here for days. At this point, they have interviewed 20 witnesses. They've conducted numerous search warrants, and more are being executed. And this is what the FBI said about his attempt to purchase a gun in our state.
I will simply say that we have information that Fatoui attempted to buy a gun and was unsuccessful in that attempt in the United States.
Now, I can tell you, our entire Defender team has been working on this story nonstop since the attack occurred. We've been talking with sources in Lansing, in Flint, in Detroit. We can tell you that the FBI wouldn't confirm exactly where Fatoui tried to buy the gun, but our sources are telling us that it did happen in Mount Clemens. And we are going to have much more exactly from that purchase and what exactly happened later in other newscasts. And we'll also have much more from the FBI news conference, which just wrapped up a few minutes ago. We've got a team over there in downtown Detroit, and we'll be gathering some new fresh sound and latest information for you later in this newscast. Now, right now, let's go to my colleague Rod Maloney. He's been here all day long with me, and he spoke with airport officials who were first on the scene right after the attack, and he has brand new information about those moments in the airport. A very terrifying day, Rod.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Karen. And this is a situation where there was no luck in this stabbing. It was a very sad situation, but there was a considerable amount of luck in the response to it, because normally there wouldn't be the contingent of security people and personnel on the scene that were here yesterday. Let's find out why. 2 weeks ago here at Flint Bishop Airport, someone left a suspicious bag inside the terminal.
We couldn't get in. We didn't know what was going on.
K-9 units and the state police called in for a 3-hour-long top-to-bottom security sweep. A bag filled with wires and electrical equipment left behind because it didn't fit on the plane by a passenger caused the scare. Yesterday, the airport security staff was intending to do a performance debrief when the stabbing attack on Lieutenant Jeff Neville happened just minutes before. Airport Director Craig Williams says an airport employee saved the day jumping on the attacker's back. Miller arrived as the struggle ensued.
Well, yeah, it's not an everyday occurrence, so when you see something like that, especially in an environment that is normally quiet and safe and secure, it's unnerving.
Also, just 15 feet away from the fray was Lieutenant Dan Owen from the fire department, who saw his good friend bleeding on the floor, so he jumped in and helped subdue the attacker.
It was a very terrifying moment to see a good friend and a colleague that was bleeding. Also, at the time, I didn't know who was bleeding. And then to see the size of the weapon that the individual used was quite chilling.
Now, Lieutenant Dan Owen was in the middle of all of this. He pushed the knife away from the attacker to secure it. But there were 2 other people involved in this, and we're going to be hearing from them coming up on Local 4 News at 5 to get the up-close and personal view of exactly what happened. Karen, back to you.
All right, we'll be checking back with you in a little bit. Thank you very much, Rod. We've also been talking to people at the Midland County Jail to get some idea exactly what Amor Fatoui is facing as he is behind bars. We did find out the sheriff says he is being held in the maximum security portion of the jail. He's being kept in his cell 23 hours of the day. And when they open his cell, they have decided they need 3 deputies assigned to him because he made threats to harm more law enforcement officers. They are taking his presence there at the jail very, very seriously, of course, until his next court date on the 28th. Now, Rod and I are both working on other angles of this story. We have new information at 5 and 6, so our team coverage will be continuing. Tonight at 5, I'm going to analyze the timeline of the attack from exactly when Fatoui walked through these doors, went up that escalator, minute by minute. I'm going to show you a point of view kind of angle with the camera, exactly where he went, where he stopped for a few minutes, and what he left behind. I'll have that report tonight at 5 and much more with some experts at 6 o'clock inside the mind of an alleged terrorist. So we are very busy here in Flint. We'll send it back to you, Sandra, back in the studio.
Yeah, a busy day indeed. Thank you so much, Karen. Of course, we're going to check back in with you a bit later on in the newscast. But before we get to the other news of the day, we want to go ahead and check on the first forecast for you today on this Thursday. It's really been hit or miss when it comes to the rain in the area, right, Ben?
Yeah, we had some rain and some thunderstorms come through this morning, but so far 4 Live radar is clean. We'll check that out in a minute. But you can see temperatures are very close to 90. In fact, they've hit 90 up in Flint, where Karen is. Heat index right now is at 90 at Metro. So we went from very comfortable conditions right into summer as far as those temperatures go. Not much to look at here on 4 Live radar. Just a couple returns that are probably not making it to the ground in Livingston County. Showers trying to get started here down towards the state line. Anything that does pop up tonight could become strong. So we'll look at that severe weather threat. We'll see another round of rain tomorrow morning. And I think you're going to be surprised about how cool and less humid things are going to get towards the end of this 7-day forecast. It's all coming up, Sandra.
All right, thank you, Ben. President Donald Trump finally admitting he did not make tapes of his private conversations with James Comey, the FBI director he fired. Mr. Trump tweeted the revelation today, but also said he has no idea if other recordings might exist. The president first floated the question about tapes, and he's been coy for weeks. Now we know he does not have any tapes. Senate Republicans finally unveiling their version of a health care bill with the goal of passing the legislation before the 4th of July recess. Devin joins us now from the newsroom. And Devin, we know that leaves senators really just a few days to decide whether or not they're going to support this bill.
Exactly, Sandra. Until this morning, most senators did not know what was in it. That infuriated Democrats. It also aggravated the number of Republicans as well. But a draft of the bill was finally released today on Capitol Hill. There are some key differences in this plan than the one that passed the House last month. It drastically cuts federal funding for Medicaid. It cuts taxes on wealthy taxpayers. The Senate plan repeals the mandate that individuals have to have coverage. It does, however, keep the subsidies to help people pay for that coverage. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is now focused on getting his entire caucus on board in less than a week, as Sandra mentioned, without any help from the other side.
I regret that our Democratic friends made clear early on that they did not want to work with us in a serious bipartisan way.
It's every bit as bad as the House bill. In some ways, it's even worse. The Senate Republican health care bill is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
And this current version is already in jeopardy. Republicans can afford to lose only 2 votes and still get the bill passed. Well, Senators Rand Paul and Ted Cruz are among the 4 Republicans who currently publicly say that they oppose this health bill as it's written. So, Sandra, another congressional cliffhanger coming up over the next week. There's nothing that says that this bill has to stay in its current form, but as you mentioned, they've kind of given a very small timeline, quick timeline to get everything done here. Can they change it to get those other senators back on board? We will see. Back to you.
The deadline right around the corner.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Devin. Well, they are the tiniest, most fragile patients at Children's Hospital of Michigan in Detroit. And today, they needed to be moved to a new, improved neonatal intensive care unit to get some better care. But moving tiny babies is a very delicate operation, something most of us have never even seen. Paula Tutman was invited to watch this very special procedure.
At this very moment, there are 36 critically ill babies in the neonatal intensive care unit of Children's Hospital of Michigan. I'm sorry. Today is moving day for every single one of these babies.
All right, we're good? We're good. All right, Leland, here we go.
Like Bryn, who was flown in from the UP with her parents last night after a routine blood screening found a rare genetic disorder.
You think she's just perfect, and you get a call a few days later, and it's not a nice call, but yeah.
Being moved from the older NICU to the brand new critical care tower with more spacious rooms and an environment that treats the family as much as the patient.
Well, I just love my baby brother, that I want to see him whenever I can.
Each infant is assessed and then green blanketed. That means good to go. And then it gets more intricate from there. Less than 200 steps and an elevator ride away, it's just not so simple to move a critically ill patient.
So I'm just going to turn him around, Amanda, so he's going. There we go.
And so a well-choreographed dance plays out 36 times today.
Hold up.
The baby has to be monitored continuously during the transport. So we have to literally pack up everything that we use for the baby, but transport the baby in the same environment.
It takes a team of as many as 8 to move each infant. Nothing in the infant's environmental cocoon can shift.
Doing okay? You doing okay?
Once in place, the first question, are there any changes?
45%?
25%. Every team member checks to make certain the answer is no. No changes is good news for babies who've been dealt bad news for the beginning of their lives.
Bye, Leland.
Because you can sleep in the room with your baby, you know, you can observe what's going on. You know, in the old unit, you couldn't do that. You had to be in the family room, you slept in the family room.
But as you can see right here, this is very, very private. If mom wants to stay by her baby's side, the sofa actually pulls out into a bed. It's very family friendly. And that really is the key, that the family is able to be treated along with the baby for better outcomes. Sandra?
Got to treat that whole family. All right, thank you so much, Paula. Still to come, first at 4, it is not easy being royal. England's Prince Harry makes some surprising comments about taking the throne and how he's different, he says, than other royalty. Also ahead, plenty of working mothers can relate to this woman's tough juggling act. Find out why this mom could be making history. But up first, Tropical Storm Cindy comes ashore. We're going to have an update on what the storm is doing now to the Gulf Coast. And remember to watch the Ford fireworks coming up Monday night. There will be lots of music, including performances from our very own Devin Skillian and Evrod Cassimy. That's coming up Monday at 8, only on Local 4.
America's
We're following breaking news right now out of Southfield. That's where police are looking for a missing 7-year-old boy with autism. Sky 4 live above Inglenook Park right now. That park is off 12 Mile Road between Lasser and Evergreen. That's where police are searching for the boy right now. You're looking at live pictures. Here's a picture of the boy. His name is Namari Shackelford. If you have any information at all, Southfield police want to hear from you. Tropical Storm Cindy made landfall this morning and is just soaking several states along the Gulf Coast. The storm brought high winds, heavy waves, and flooding from East Texas all through the Florida Panhandle. Some areas, in fact, could see a foot of water. Tornado warnings have also been issued in Alabama. So far, 1 death has been reported, a 10-year-old boy hit by debris as a huge wave hit the Alabama shore. Certainly lots of forecasters keeping an eye on that storm.
Yeah, and you know, water could be our problem tonight too.
Right.
Even though we do have a severe weather threat, intense downpours look to be the main focus of what we're watching tonight. So I want to show you that map. The risk has sort of changed a little bit through the day. The slight risk got pared back and then put back into southeast Michigan, and now encompasses a little bit more real estate than even yesterday when we were looking at that. So a good chunk of the area under that category 2, that slight risk, and not only from what we're expecting here this evening, but a second round that's going to come through very late tonight, closer to sunrise tomorrow morning. Heat is really starting to ramp up, close to 90 degrees there at Metro, 87 downtown, Mount Clemens at 87 and 88 right now up in Flint, but the humidity is noticeable with those heat index readings near 90 degrees right now. So this is what we're expecting to come through in the early morning hours. Again, that's going to be round 2, but we're watching to see what develops out here in the heat and humidity the afternoon. So far, not only is the heat come here near the surface, but it's also in the mid levels, and that's sort of put a lid on storm development. But once we get into about 7, 8 o'clock tonight, there will be a couple showers and storms able to pop. Again, the coverage is not going to be all that impressive. Most of the area should stay dry, but any place that these are able to pop up, do look for the possibility of intense downpours. Then as we get into tomorrow morning, that line may be a little bit more widespread as we head right towards the heart of the morning commute. It exits pretty quickly by about 9 o'clock, and then midday, depending on how fast that front gets through here, it may scare up some east side showers there along the east side lakes as we head towards lunchtime. But the afternoon hours, starting to see the humidity drop as the winds shift around behind that front, and things get a lot more cool as we head into the upcoming weekend. 72, that's a low temperature tonight, so we look for a few of these strong thunderstorms during the evening, and then that second round that's going to come through very late towards tomorrow morning. High temperatures a lot different tomorrow than what we've got out there today. In fact, we're going to see these low 80s probably around noontime, and then again as the clouds clear behind that front closer to about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Pretty close to 80 degrees in our south zone for highs tomorrow. West zone highs pretty much in that same ballpark, but we will notice a little bit of a difference here in our north zone. Closer to Lake Huron, could be seeing the low and mid 70s for highs tomorrow. So we will see even cooler conditions going into the weekend. 77 and 74 here Saturday and Sunday. Chances of a late shower, but I think most of the day is going to be dry. Still got a shot around on Monday for the fireworks, but man, look at that temperature, barely hitting 70. So it is going to be a cool night for fireworks downtown. Sandra?
Thank you, Ben. England's Prince Harry raising eyebrows with his thoughts about being king. Trending stories coming up. But first, is this a symbolic victory for working moms? This woman juggling 2 very important jobs. But up first, ISIS destruction. This famous mosque stood for hundreds of years. We're going to show you what's left of this building today.